What?
Are you inspired, Kendall?
She's recording. You're gonna be famous. She's showing this to her class.
Hey, class.
Yeah, you gotta do it.
I marked excuse me in your argument paragraph. I marked what it's collected by.
Hi, guys.
Hello, little Bristol.
Wait, did she know you know his dad?
Yup.
Tell his dad that he was trying to hurt me in the hallway.
What? No, not.
Yes,
I
he
know
was.
my dad.
She
tried to hurt you in this Saturday class.
know that your dad would not be impressed.
I know
with
my
that.
dad.
Yeah, no, he
that
couldn't.
his sister broke her dog's foot or something.
What?
I know my dad tried to cut his nails and she cut him short and she was like bleeding all over the place.
Serious?
Yeah, then she's like, my dad stubbed and broke his nail. My dog cut his.
Vera, let me see your
cut one of
arm.
his pads open.
Which one? Famous?
Yeah, look.
What is it, girl?
She's going to.
What is it, girl? Kendall, look at this.
Maybe give a chart for how they can write, fill out the chart.
That makes me feel.
I told you I lied.
Hello, everyone.
What?
Hello.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
How did you know where it is?
Perfect. 5, 6.
I would do that.
Got your writer's notebook?
See, maybe he did.
Read the instructions. Is this it? Is everyone here?
Vera, why don't you show the class what's on your arm? Hey, Michael, where you at? What? Let's see your arm. I got it. It's the 15th. It is the 15th.
Hey, you guys. When you're in your seat, look at the board, take out your writer's notebook, make a short list of words that describe your best friend, and then below that, tell us why these words describe your friend. So if you told us that your friend was kind, tell us why you think they're kind. Like they give to the poor, or always stick up for you, or share their lunch, or something like that. And if you think your friend is funny, tell us why you think they're funny. Like they tell us a lot of jokes or something like that, okay? So work quietly on that. Ryan here? You guys can't skip right now.
It is a thing. Some places it's more of a thing than it is here.
That must have been one here. Is there school in the country?
Well, I said that my next friend
What else? If you keep it quietly, please.
Sorry, just throwing photos. It'll be bad. I'm gonna take it off the freeze for you in case you need it. Then I push the request.
You guys are done with that?
No.
Can I share?
one.
Share.
Should we, yeah, let's share a couple.
Right now.
Can I go?
Okay, you're not done.
Do I have to read all? I only have
No,
one.
you don't have to. I'll only call on a few people.
Me.
But listen up, okay?
Okay, well, I did Jacob Channel funny because he liked chocolate cream pepperoni. And he's also a silly goose.
He likes chocolate cream.
Chocolate cream.
Chocolate
And the
cream.
slice that has chocolate cream infused, you know?
I guess I'm not cool enough to get that reference. So is this something I have to watch?
Yes. Corbin.
Maybe next time. Maybe next time I come to teach. We'll just watch.
It'll be over.
Hey, everyone listen up.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Kathleen is my best friend. She is kind. When I felt upset, she was always the light of my nose. Who? Kathleen.
I tried to good one.
No, yeah.
Do you want to share something?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. My best friend is Ethan Baker, and his laugh is hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, you can't do it.
So
Sounds
he's funny
better.
because his laugh
I
is
know.
hilarious.
Yeah, we're
Well, somebody could make him laugh. Oh, I would say his laugh is a little bit scary.
Oh!
My
I'm
other friend
just
Jake
kidding.
took all the tails like the EMP.
Yeah. Hey, listen up.
My best friend is loyal, encouraging, brave, honest, kind, funny, and supportive.
Who's that?
Those are really good.
I don't really have a best friend.
Watch me.
Well, it's who are you talking to?
Talk
My
to
best
about
friend.
Okay, you guys. So listen up here.
I don't have to.
You guys can push your bell ringers to the side right now. We're not gonna worry about those guys. But good work. Thank you for sharing. Okay, let's keep the volume down. Okay, you guys. Listen up. So today, well, if you don't know my name, first off, I'm Miss Thunder. I feel like I have to remind you guys that. I'm going to be teaching you guys today, so I hope that's alright. We're going to be learning about characterization, direct and indirect. So today we will be able to define direct and indirect characterization, identify both forms of characterization in sentences, and read and analyze the text with a partner, searching for and identifying forms of characterization while we read. So we're going to take a few notes here. You guys can write this stuff down if you want, or you don't have to, but really I'm going to get to a slide where I'm going to tell you guys to write something down. So make sure that you have a piece of paper or your writer's notebook just available for when we get to that slide, okay? And I'll give you some time to write that down, but we're not going to do it. Okay. So direct characterization. This is when the reader or audience is told what the character's personality is. So it's when we're reading a book and we come along to a sentence like, she's an extremely nervous student. She hates taking tests. So, what do we know about that sentence? You're right, yeah, exactly. She hates taking tests. She's an extremely nervous student. That was spot on. And that's not gonna happen again, so. Okay, so direct characterization tells the reader exactly what type of person the character is. Do we all get that? Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle. We good? Thumbs up. Okay, indirect characterization. This one's a little more tricky because we have to pay attention to details here. Okay, so the author shows the character's personality through speech, actions, and appearance. We must pay attention to details to gather this information. So an example of this is Billy always sticks up for his friends when they're being bullied. So even though it doesn't say that exactly in the sentence, what do we know about Billy from this? We know that he's loyal, right? We know that he's brave, that he's a good friend, because he sticks up for his friends when they're being bullied. But it doesn't say these things in the sentence, does it? No. But we still know these things, even though because of the actions that occur in this sentence. Do we understand that?
Yes.
No? Anybody confused about indirect characterization? No? We're good? Okay. So this is what I want you guys to write down, not the whole sentences, just these underlined words. So steal and then say, thoughts, affect, actions, and look. Just the underlined stuff with the steal. So this is just a little helpful reminder when you guys are talking about indirect characterization. And you guys can keep this and use it later when you're reading other stories or when you're reading A Christmas Carol, because I know that you guys are going to have to write down forms of indirect and direct characterization. So S is for say. What does the character say? Here, I'm going to close this one. T is for thoughts, what is shown about the character through his or her private thoughts. So an example of this would be if I was a character in the story and somebody placed a bowl of tomatoes in front of me and then it said, yuck, she thought. What do we know about me from that statement? Yeah?
Not like tomatoes.
She doesn't like tomatoes, but do I directly say I don't like tomatoes? No. We just know that because of my thoughts. E is for effect. What effect does the character have on other people? So Scrooge, you guys read the first part of A Christmas Carol, right? So you know that Scrooge is kind of a mean guy. And we know he's a mean guy because of the effect he has on other people. He makes other people feel afraid and kind of upset, right? And then A is for actions. What actions does the character make? So Scrooge's nephew might invite him to go to Christmas dinner, and Scrooge says, no way. So that's an action that he takes to make us realize that he's not a very nice guy. And then L is for look. What does the character look like, and what does this say about their personality? So another Christmas Carol reference is Scrooge is kind of hunched, and he makes faces at people. So we know he's mean because of the way he looks, the way he's described. So that's what tells us about his personality. Does everyone have those underlined words written down? Yeah? Okay. So we're going to do a little practice here. I have some sentences that are completely 100% true. as you guys will see in a minute when you read them. Oh. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna have you guys read these out loud for me, and then we're gonna figure out what this says about Miss Clunder, and then we're gonna figure out whether it's a form of indirect characterization or direct characterization. You're already smirking, but I swear that happens. Okay, so can somebody read the first sentence for me out loud? Yeah?
On her spring break last year, Miss Clunder saved her sister from a shark by yanking its jaws apart and throwing it into the deepest depths of the ocean.
Yeah. That's correct.
What's your sister's name?
Katie. She's still alive because of me. Oh, really? Wow. That's what sisters do for each other, okay, people?
I hate my sister.
Okay. Oh. Thank you, Jess, thank you. Appreciate that. Got your back anytime, guys? Okay. Okay, listen up. Okay, so what does this say about Miss Clunder? What do we know about Miss Clunder from the sentence? Yes.
She's heroic.
She's heroic. What in this sentence lets you know that she's a heroic person?
Well, it says she saved her sister.
She saved her sister from a shark. Okay, what else? What else do we know about Miss Clunder?
She's strong.
She's strong. How do we know this?
Yanking a shark's jaws apart and throwing it into the deepest depths of the ocean.
Yeah, and it wasn't easy either. Okay,
Your sister said she thinks it's true.
so what do you think? Do you think
She thought it
it's
was
true?
true.
I'm gonna just leave it up to interpretation here. Okay, so what do we think? Do we think this is a form of direct characterization or indirect characterization?
Indirect.
Indirect. Why?
Doesn't actually say that you're heroic or strong, but it implies.
Yes, exactly. Did everyone hear that?
Yep.
Okay, you guys are awesome. Good work. Indirect characterization. Okay, who wants to read the second sentence? Yeah? Oh, what? Oh, I saw your hands. Well, lucky you anyway.
Miss Clunder is an tall girl with blondish hair and green eyes.
Yes, thank you. Okay, what do we know about Miss Clunder?
She's tall.
She's tall. What else? Oh,
She has blonde hair and green eyes.
she has blondish hair and green eyes. Okay. Direct. What else? Oh, you found something else from that sentence?
She's a girl.
Yes, she is. She's a girl. Okay, I didn't even catch. Oh my gosh, something else? Oh, I was like, what else is in there? Okay. Yes, it's direct. How do we know it's direct?
Because it actually tells you.
It actually says that. Okay. Direct characterization. You guys are way too good at this.
Can I read the next one?
Yep, next sentence.
Yesterday, I ran into Miss Clunder at PetSmart buying a collar and a shoe toy.
Okay, what do you think that says about Miss Clunder?
She has an animal.
She has an animal.
She likes chewing on
She like. Okay, let's assume that the chew toy is not for Miss Clunder. Although I guess you could assume that from the sentence, but let's assume she's not a little bit weird. Okay. What else do we know? Because she's
at PetSmart.
at PetSmart. So what does that say about Miss Clunder? She probably has a pet, right?
She likes looking at the puppies.
It is a dog, guys. Sorry, I'm not a cat person.
Yeah.
I have 2 dogs.
What kind of dogs are they?
Golden retrievers.
Yes,
They're the best. Okay, what do we think?
Her
Direct,
breath smells.
direct characterization or indirect?
Indirect.
Indirect. Yeah, what else did you ask? No? Did you ask?
No, I don't have.
Okay, yes. Okay, it's indirect characterization because you figure out that I have a pet, or that I might have an animal, or I might be buying an animal without actually saying something. Okay, sentence number 4, who wants to read this one?
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
You are my hero, said the old lady as Miss Clunder fearlessly chased down the burglar who had nabbed the lady's
Oh,
purse.
yes.
You're
You're welcome.
Nabbed the lady's purse.
Nabbed. Yeah, isn't that a great? Isn't that a great word? Nabbed. Okay. Did not, she did not dab the lady's purse. No. Okay. But he could have. He could have just been like, snag and run. A dab and run.
Oh my god.
You guys can dab at your
That's
homework. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So what do we know about Miss Clunder from this sentence? This one's a little bit trickier. Yes.
She's fearless.
She's fearless. What else?
She can run.
She can. Yeah, she can run. She chases down the burglar.
She said it.
She
I
quit.
must say that in reality, I am like a sloth. She's brave. How do we know that she's brave?
Because if you're not brave, you wouldn't like chase a burglar.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay. What else do we know?
You're that old lady's hero.
She's. Oh yes. She's a hero. Okay. Said the old lady. That's very important.
Said.
She says it. Okay, what do we think? Okay, somebody in the last class said that I was a savage from this sentence. That must just be a thing, I guess. Okay, so what do we know about indirect? What part of it is indirect? We find out she's brave from this stuff, right? Okay.
Am I right?
Yeah, you are right. Part of it is indirect, but what part could possibly be direct? Hero. Okay, that part can be direct because it actually says hero, but it also can be an indirect characterization because we know this because the old lady says it, right? So on your steel, remember your little steel thing? Yeah, so it would be considered indirect because we find this out because the old lady says it about me, about my character. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Fearless is direct.
Fearless is direct. This is the direct part because it actually says that I'm fearless. So there's some indirect characterization and direct characterization in this sentence. Good work, guys. This was a little bit tougher. Okay, who wants to read the final sentence? Yes. Behind.
Me, yes.
Yes.
Alright. When the fire alarm went off in school, Miss Clunder screamed, fell out of her seat, and started rolling around on the floor.
Yes. I'm not as proud as this sentence. Okay, what does this say about Miss Clunder?
And fire rolling on the ground.
Where's your hand?
But what does that say about me?
Where's your hand?
Scared. What do you think?
Yeah.
Scared. I'm a scaredy cat. Okay.
But you saved a shark. You saved your sister from a shark. Wait,
Yeah.
Santa's burglar. You're not scared.
What do we think? Yeah. I'm clumsy. Okay. She thinks I'm clumsy because I fell out of my seat. That could be true. I don't like loud noises because I screamed when I heard the fire alarm. What else?
Jumpy.
I'm jumpy.
You were in school.
I wasn't in school? I was in school. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Sorry, okay, I thought you said wasn't. Yeah, I was in school. That's directly stated. Yes, we can.
There was a fire.
Okay, what else?
There was a fire.
There was a fire because the fire alarm
You
went
don't know
off.
that. Could have been a drill.
But that doesn't say something about my character, right? That just is a detail.
Okay.
But what can that say about me? That I'm scared of fire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
people aren't.
Okay. So what would we say? Would we say that is a form of indirect characterization or direct? Indirect, because it doesn't say all that. And while those other details you guys mentioned, like I'm in school or there's a fire, those are important to the story, but they're not a form of characterization because they don't characterize my personality trait. That didn't make sense. Because they're not a form of characterization. Okay? Okay, you guys, so we're gonna do a little bit of an activity. Yes, and you guys are gonna get with partners. here's the deal. I'm gonna let you guys choose your partners. This is a big thing. But you guys, I'm only gonna let you do this if you're actually gonna work on the activity, okay? So I better not find you guys goofing around just because you're with your partners, okay? So the activity is one of you guys, one partner from each group will come up and get one of these sheets in just a minute. But first I'm going to read the instructions. So I have a little story for you guys, and you're going to put this into practice a little bit. Finding forms of characterization in a story, okay? So step one, as you and your partner read the story, are you guys listening?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. As you and your partner read the story below, underline all forms of characterization that either describe Miss Klunder or the students in class. And I have these directions above the story, so if you guys need to refer back to it, you guys can just look at your paper instead of just asking me again, okay? So you guys should all know what's going on. Okay, so even if it's something as simple as she didn't allow water in her classroom, any information that tells us something about our characters' personalities is important to the stories. And you guys can use your Steele handout for help, not your handout, your Steele notes for help, or whatever notes you took earlier for your story, okay? So you guys can refer back to those. Step two, when you've read through the story once and underlined all forms of characterization, except for you guys probably aren't going to find all the forms of characterization, so just get as many as you can. Okay, so it's not, because we'll review them later, so you guys don't need to get them all right? And then when you've read through the story, you're going to put them on the charts on the back of this paper, okay? And so it either has direct or indirect. And I even have the definitions for you here, so you guys can refer back to those, okay? And it might help, we found in the other class, if you guys just rip this apart, and so have one partner reading and have the other partner writing down stuff in the grid, okay? Yeah?
So we have to have 2 pages for the both of us?
No, you guys can just have, you're gonna have one packet for each group.
Oh, I didn't know it was a packet. Okay.
Yeah, it's together, I just ripped it apart. Got it, guys?
Got it.
So once you have your partners, one of you guys come up and get one packet, okay? Alright.
Can we move the desks around? Do we have to have a partner?
No, you don't have to have a partner.
Can I turn my desk?
Yeah, you can turn it, but let's not move the desks all over the place, okay?
She said we were
Somebody can use this one too.
I'll break that.
I'll get out of here. Does everyone have one? Everyone reading out loud? Okay.
Listen.
This story takes place at
Okay, you ready? Time to go.
Mr. Bristol, Barry is cheating. Saying it to the computer. So show it to your dad.
Wait, Mr. Oh, I thought he was on there.
Yeah. Because I wasn't. You moved out.
I was reading it.
I've heard the bells.
I know yours.
Okay, where are
You haven't found anything yet, Gary.
Okay, it's fun.
Hey, you guys, volume already way too loud in here. Let's just take it down one notch, okay?
Normal, that's fine.
Even though you're reading, I know you can read a little bit quieter than that.
And everyone.
Every time you pull that door, she sort of
As you were noticed that, I was like, this is also, you didn't pull all this all the way. Susan asked me if she could work out her back. And her lip was always like this.
Never.
She likes to work
Until the 15th of November. Wait, is that a coincidence? That's Illuminati, so I'm going to keep it now. And it says it in the story.
Alright, so I read the book, it's a back. That was crazy. And it had me, I was like,
I know you would say if it's your
Open mouth.
Set on Are you okay? About my ear, Jerry? You carry up my ear. I'm in the farm trail.
Oh, no, we didn't know.
Always.
Okay, we're
She drinks for
Where was
She's angry.
any solid evidence makes there are two
Yeah,
Exhibits are marking last picture, marking characterization, slender, director indirect.
it was.
You have all this great stuff, and I like that. As we're reading the design.
Open flame poured out of her. I was down here. Wide eyes and open mouth. One funny student whispered, someone woke up on the Could you not? Someone woke up on the wrong side of the
You watch Hunger Games.
She's a
Someone woke up on the difference between who always sat in the front. Could you not? Students who always sat in the front.
Okay, let's see. This kind of instead of answering this question, just wonder the 15th she's a November.
Which is the last one?
You just spoiled
Wait,
it.
what's today?
She's the 15th.
Oh, yeah.
Are you okay? Some of the broomsticks are the crabs.
Now we're talking about Star Wars.
Flew into her minion. She's like Thor.
Do you really want to see
No, it says a whore.
Our 8th graders are smart.
And if you think it's the opposite, have a conversation about
We're doing students. Is this home for green?
She usually
So do I. Look at this handwriting. Good you. Oh God, I'm bored.
As an open flame.
You're a fire mover.
Is it not like
Look at that.
in their seats?
I would let you up. I would let you up.
That was not
I love it, Shadi.
Prescription.
Somebody Hey, volume, you guys, volume.
Oh, we're not disappearing. With a crack.
Really neat.
Never drink water.
Okay. Surrounded in flames from her colors and crackles from her
Oh, you dropped it.
They have water breaking.
The floor's been very nice to me. I found all the pencils I found on the floor. I'll get you some of them gone. No, this is from.
Oh, yeah,
I found that one on my stand.
She said not so
I
fast.
found it on the stand.
Oh my God. When I called, she's like, come here. She hugged me like this. She's like, you're never escaping.
I hated Mrs.
She's like 90 years old.
She still works there. She still works there.
She does?
Yes.
And then like if it's attention you over that makes it
Did you do that with soap?
You find out.
You do that with soap.
Cry for a hero. And
I bet Mrs. Plunder forgot to take her pills this morning.
she's so tall again.
She gets so many.
She's snarled from her leg.
What? Did you guys sign this from the first page or the last page?
She's a witch. She's a witch.
Spoilers. Did you finish the whole story?
Awesome.
Really? I mean, it's just
Okay, about 3 more minutes, you guys, so start wrapping it up. If you're still on the story underlining, make sure you guys are working on your charts.
Oh, wait.
Trying to copy off my crap.
Sorry.
Thanks, Jake, for donating my pencil.
Sorry.
Warm hands, Jake.
Oh, you know,
I'm confused. I just watched your hair.
What happened, Oh yeah, it's a finger game. Start out with like. And then when you find them, it's.
Oh yeah, I look.
We play it like a chicken. You just go back.
Bro, she thought she could drink water because she wanted to do it. Yeah, dude, that's really hard going. Everyone's quiet.
Okay, you should have more than this.
That's easy. We're trying.
To others.
You're distracting us.
They just already see That's direct. You're over this girl. How do you know that? Alright, let's look through those and make sure. Indirect is going to be things that she says and that teaches her something. Or when she cackles, that means you know she's
Okay. So you Okay, you guys, even if you're not done completely, we're still gonna wrap it up and share a little bit.
Oh wait,
So,
This is
yep, you're right, yes.
He's right. So about the.
Sounds like you guys got it figured out.
Evan does.
Yeah, I got it. Alright, so, even if you're not done, okay, up here guys, even if you're not done, just eyes up here for a minute. Okay, so we're gonna share just a couple of things that you found. How did we like the story, okay? Yeah?
Yeah.
yes.
Alright, so we're gonna pretty good. Okay, so I'm gonna call a few names and we're just gonna oh no! How do I get rid of this?
Push AV mute on the remote.
It's on free.
I'll just impress
Technology. Okay, so Morgan K.
I know who that is.
Yes. Will you please give us an example of direct characterization? She's a teacher? She's a teacher. Does it say that directly in a sentence? How do we know that?
Oh, cause her class was in their seats.
Oh yeah, then that would be indirect.
Okay,
That was
yeah.
my bad.
Alright, no, that's fine. Indirect. She's a teacher, and we know that because she has a class. Does it ever
She has
say
high
directly? She has green eyes. Okay, that's direct. Okay. Emily J. Yeah? Want to give us an example of indirect characterization? They're shocked. Okay, they're shocked. We know this because of the way they looked or the actions they took. Good work. Okay. They were shocked. Indirect. Ryan N.
He's not here.
Dang it, Ryan. Evan R.
Right here.
Okay.
I swear.
Okay, can you give
I
us
was
an
not
example? Hey, listen up, you guys. I know we're almost done, but just hang in there for one more minute, okay? Direct characterization.
Oh, drying right.
Okay.
She wants to be the principal.
She wants to be principal. Okay. And how do we know that that's direct characterization?
She said she was using.
Because she said she wants to be principal. Wants to be principal.
You have good handwriting.
We can. Well, thank you. Okay. Bristol.
Yeah.
Can you please give us an example of indirect characterization?
She says that she'll be principal.
Okay, good work, you guys. Are we turning this thing? She's not a dragon.
No, it's a word dragon.
Just give it up.
You guys don't have
There's like right on the entrance. I don't have to have that.
Yes, it is.